Go for it, Gold.
Hello and welcome everyone back to the dumbass class with me, the dyslexic gamer. There we go. Speak properly. As
Dyslexic, what?
leave me be. As we carry on with our rogue trader game, my players and contestants of this fine prize, are all here and waiting, kind of. So in the last episode, our group had headed off back to the Archaeotech facility. One of them had a new eyeball installed that allowed him to see things. A new companion was added to the party as Peeper, the peeping spider skull, came online. The group then headed back to the town where Peeper was introduced to the rest of the degenerates and you know, malformed human beings, shall we put it that way, that live in Izmir. I'm seeing them as a threat. The microplasma gun locked onto target as it retreated into its stronghold. After it was informed that these are not, in fact, the hostiles, they are the inhabitants of this place, the group discovered that there was a basement, a trap door to a basement. Down in the basement, they found that it was essentially a repair bay that had been cleared out. It still has all the electrics there, but all the plugs essentially have been removed. So it's another area that you could equip to do projects on. So, after another evening of cleaning up and, you know, eating the food of Izmir and watching the people of Izmir drink, eat, and fornicate, you are still having to stop them from washing in the fountain and drinking from the same water. It is taking them a bit longer than you'd like to learn, you know, basic hygiene, but it is slowly but surely sinking in.
Hey, it's progress at least, and sure, you know, beating sticks are a thing for a reason if they keep going.
So, Cooney, what do you do in the evenings? You just retreat back to the storehouse like some Frankenstein creature that only comes out in the day.
Hang on.
Sorry, the children were only screaming for a second. What was that? I'm sorry. The evenings, what I do?
Yeah. What do you do in the evenings? You know, do you do anything or just retreat back to the warehouse?
I mean, I try to stay closer to Heinrich and Cray. I'm trying to learn more about them, and if they spend the night out just watching the inbreds doing shit, I'll just be with them, just making small talk and observing. I'm trying to learn more of the culture, so you know, even if it's a worthless culture of inbreds, but you know.
Can I get?
We'll make you a true imperial eventually.
Can I get a 1d100 for you, Cooney?
Sure.
And I'm guessing that you're still wearing your armor.
Yeah, I'm usually wearing my armor, yeah.
And your helmet is remaining on. Is that correct?
Yeah. For now, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So on this evening, Cooney, as you're eating food, you know, Heinrich goes and collects some stuff from the grill. Perhaps Cray also comes over and you see them sitting down to enjoy some food. You do see that the inbred children of the village are quite active at this time. Their parents and sisters and brothers and cousins and everything are getting drunk and fornicating and making more of the little shits. So they have very little guidance or anyone to tell them what to do. You find that when you sit down to be with Heinrich and Cray as they, and perhaps Muttermouth and Thomas, as they discuss matters or what's going on and what to do in the next day. When you get up to leave your seat comes with you.
What?
Kuni is unable to detach the seat from.
Oh, they poured glue on my seat. On the 30 on the D100.
I'm gonna look over and say, "What?"
Well, it seems as the children are playing a prank of sorts.
Right.
Oh well.
Okay.
When you begin to notice, where have the children gone, you would notice there is a decent bunch of them, and they're all making herd beast noises at you. It might be a moo, it might be a growl, it might be it's a herd beast noise.
I should play last dungeon often.
Fucking Cray lifts the last guy. Like, no, Cray, stop it!
I'm going to look at Crazy. Thank you.
Stupid children.
Thank you, Mr. Cray, but it's okay. These are just children.
Oh my god.
They do not know any better.
They annoyed
Cannot
me.
play. Go ahead.
I didn't do it for you. I did it because they annoyed me.
I'll accept that.
Kuni, I would point out
Cray.
the chairs that are provided around here are not of solid quality. You could probably forcefully stand up and just pull it to pieces. I'd probably say Heinrich's the only person who's got a proper chair, because it was the elder's chair who used to sit on the porch and smoke drugs. All the other ones are just things they've put together, like stools in some cases.
Am I basically sitting on a stool?
Well, no, so they have tried to make a little bit more of a backrest part for the rest of the group. You would have been in Kalindra's chair or
Wait, Kalindra had a chair?
the other one. Well, the villagers would have done something for the high-ranking guys.
They're
who
probably
came
fucking
in
afraid of her.
Yeah, Kalindra didn't really interact with them.
There would have been gifts and things provided. They're a very tribalistic nation. Group, I should say. Not that. So yeah, there's some back bits that are stuck and coming with you, but again, it's of poor construction. Let's put it that way. Everything's of poor construction.
I'm trying to figure out how to word this real quick because I'm still typing in one of my talents. If you're okay, so you're standing up, kind of, and then it's stuck to your ass. The kids are mooing. I'm shooting them a glance and looking around to see who owns these children.
As you look
before
over,
I'll help Kuni pry it.
As you look over at the children, you see the cleft palates, the monobrows, the lazy eyes, the overbites, the dribbling jaw.
That describes 3/4 of the fucking village.
Yes. However, their beady eyes do seem to, when you give them a stern glance, Heinrich, they do seem to go shock back in fear. And apprehension, because they know you're the big boss, you're the leader. As you glance over at the adults, they're just getting pissed right now, fucking singing.
Yeah, of course they are.
There's no great celebration. Like the dancers are not dancing properly tonight. They are more of dancing on others' laps. It's more of just a recreational orgy. rather than a ceremonial
Just a
one.
recreational orgy, yeah. Good. Fair. Okay. That's lovely. God fucking damn it.
Trudy, it's quite horrifying. I'll be honest with you.
It's probably not what you
I'm not gonna lie.
expected.
As you've like, finished your conversation with Heinrich and Cray, and they finished eating, you've gone to get up, and these children are moving. You're kind of like, oh well, children will be children. You look over at the adults, and there's just drink flying. There's these weird misshapen bodies just naked everywhere. It's truly quite shocking.
Rather than just being bent to the side, it's also bent like down and 360 degrees around.
I mean, this has got to be the ugliest mating ritual you've ever seen. Again, I have no information to go on tell mating rituals, but I don't believe this kind of shit goes on.
Oh dear lord. Jim has a music game. Children are screaming like they're dying again. Probably.
Just thinking how
Sorry,
horrifying
I just forgot to move. I'm just going to look at the horrifying show that I'm seeing. I'm going to take a deep breath and say, "It's okay. It's okay. They don't know any better. If they did, they probably are not capable of knowing any better. It's fine. I'm just going to focus on trying to getting myself off of the chair."
Yeah, I'll give you a hand, and as I'm explaining it, like unfortunately, we're not all like this. This is the Blackwater civilizations. Yeah,
I am fully aware, Mr. Heinrich. I have Guella friends such as yourself.
well, it's hard to believe, but these people probably haven't seen another human from off-world in. At least the people from this world haven't seen one since that other rogue trader landed on planet. Before then, it was probably 10,000 years.
No. I'm going to look back at the orgy happening. Look back at you. I believe that might explain a few things.
You've seen how advanced some of the things. Yeah, you've seen how advanced some of the things around this world are, but it's fallen away. Time takes all things. Our golden age is long gone, and yes, all we have now is the Emperor and his Omnissiah, the angels, and everything else trying to bring us back.
Well, Mr. Heinrich, you are trying to improve this location, are you not? So you're working for a greater good, and that's okay.
Yes, but I'm no angel.
Noble.
I'm doing this for profit.
Well, you will still strive to make the people's lives better, even if it's even if it's not your goal, it's just part of the goal, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. Everything will still work out the way it should.
We are just looking at expendable bodies.
And then there's Cray.
Well, I'm going to look back at the orgy. I think they're still better off with you as opposed to without you. So I think they should be happy about it all the same, should they not?
I look over at the kids that got scared off just by me giving them a glance, or at least partially scared off by giving them a glance. It's like, that seems to be having some form of effect. Now, regardless, all right, stand still. I'm going to use my boot to get this off. I'm going to put my boot on on her back as I just grab the chair and just go pop it off.
Sure. So give me.
I'm telling you to brace yourself.
Give me a strength test, and then give me an agility test.
Me agility test?
No. This is for Heinrich.
Okay.
So there is strength. Oh shit! And then agility.
Yep. Okay. So as I said, it's kind of a poor construct. So as you go to pull the chair off, it's not doesn't really come away in one piece. But you give it a good yank, and before you know it, you've yanked a little bit too hard as it falls to pieces. And you fall backwards. You do land on your bum. No damage really done. The children do laugh all the more as you have to pull the pieces off. Again, this is it's not super glue we're talking about.
No,
So,
yeah, I figured as much. But still, I look around as you know, there's the giggle and all going about. I'll look up. I'll just grab the nearest fucking drink of someone who's clean, and just lift it above my head and go, "Hey!" Just chuckle to myself as well. I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to make it look as if I drink it before I just put it back. Save a bit of face, you know.
children look shocked and giggle and laugh more. Yeah, you can basically pull the remaining bits off Cooney's back.
Well, I was helping Heinrich, so I'll thank him. I'll give him a balancing. My thanks to you, Heinrich.
Don't worry about it, Cooney. After all,
I'm going to look at the unbred. Well, not the unbred, the inbred children.
the unbred.
Yeah. Look back at Heinrich. Perhaps we should make them a ball or something like that. It would distract them and give them a better alternative for. Yes, maybe we can make something out of. I'm going to look around. I don't know. Plastic? Rubber?
Oh, what? Oh. Suppose they could roll it around or something. Yeah, we'll find something to do it with. Sure. I guess. Cray, would you be able to sort something like that out? Or I want to look over Peeper, by the way. Make sure he's like staying either close to me or in the shade of the main building. So I don't want them going around poking him.
Yeah, he's just put on passive mode at the moment, so he's just low energy.
Really aware of any rubber protection, please.
Make one from steel. Make. Here, I made you golf ball-sized steel balls.
Oh, I suppose by now they should have enough waste leather and waste cloth that they can probably make of themselves. Just think they are little shits. They are always so annoying.
That's Cray's answer for you too. Will you make them? They're all annoying little shit.
Ah, great. Okay. Oh.
We shrug a little bit. Well, at least they would be annoying somewhere else while playing with their ball, wouldn't they?
It's something.
Yeah.
Right.
So in passive mode, he'll stay close to you. He won't necessarily stay on your shoulder unless you call him. But if he's in passive mode, he'll stay within kind of 10-15 meters of you, just acting like a spider.
Okay. I'm just making sure I have here. Oh, I got a new trade skill. I've actually got the Voidfarer trade skill now. Which I should have had, but I could only get it now.
But if you like, we can call this this day an end as you go back to your private buildings. The orgy, continues. If you want to watch, by all means,
yeah,
you can.
I don't particularly. I would assume usually is by the time the orgy starts, this is about the time we kind of usually pack up anyway.
So
that sounds like a good idea.
So as far as we're aware, Cooney and Heinrich retreat to the warehouse. Cray, I don't know where you're going. If you want to go to the warehouse with them, you can. If you want to go back to your own building, whatever. Cooney will have something to eat, and then as far as I'm aware, you guys will sleep the night away. fair enough. We will then wake up on the next morning. So, I need to know from the group, or the group needs to have a discussion about what they would like to do. You do have some options from me, just to fuck up any previous discussions you had. You do have some markers on the map that you can go back to, or that you have rough ideas things should be found in them. There's things you can do to the town, and should you decide to stay at the town to learn skills, random events can happen.
Okay.
So there may be things that are exciting does happen if you just pass up time in the town.
I mean, could I see the map again?
Sure.
Oh shit, my character sheet's fucked up again. Hang on. Where'd he go? Where he came from? Where'd you? Can I download this character sheet? What? Huh?
Yeah, I think you can on Roll20. You put it in your vault, don't you, if you're a GM?
Oh yeah, I can do that, but like I popped the. Oh no, never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind. I'm just being stupid. Right. Okay. We could do a quick trek out to the plowing tree and back. As in, we spend the day doing it, if I recall correctly, because it's what? That is a day's journey? 48 miles?
So I have reduced the amount of distance that you guys can travel. So I believe I was being too generous. But you do still have the herd beast and the cart. So you still are moving at 7 squares a day, if you count your starting square as 1.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's
6, 7.
48
Yeah, no, that is a day
miles.
trip. Yeah. Yeah, so I was right, yeah. So with the herd race and everything else, I can't, because we still can't go 48 miles, so we can't go to the plowing tree and back. If we wanted to gather plowings. Old ruins? Where was? Oh, that's where we started off, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's where we came. That's where we came out of.
Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea to go there and see if we can like salvage anything else from that area, or if anything's changed in the area, because it might be cool to go take a look at the mining camp again at some point. What do you think?
I don't know this location, so I'll at least Coney does it, but out of character.
I'll give you.
It could be a good idea. Out of character, it could be a good idea to go there, but are we prepared to deal with their weaponry?
It's a case of like I'm rolling out like we have a map of the actual thing, don't we? Like at least the rough area. Like Cray was able to scratch up or something because of his internal GPS.
I could guide you guys.
Yeah, so it's just a case of like we pull out this map. We've started like drafting up because of like you're able to map out the area or you're able to map out like locations and stuff. So we have like this map set rolling out on the table. And like
I do remember the map we took from Dark Age technology sites.
So
that too, yeah.
Cray,
so
if you wanted to, just as a side note, if you wanted to get tradecraft cartography, or if it comes up in your skill list to get a tradecraft, you could then draw accurately maps for the group. At the moment, your maps will still be a bit off because you're not an artist. You're not very good at, you haven't done the role, so. Well, actually, let me just have a look at what cartography is rolled under. Well, sheet. I might as well
Where's
do it
Trade
from,
Explorator?
if I do it from Cray sheet as it is. 'Cause it is
Holly, don't dox
cartography,
yourself.
isn't it? Yeah, it is, and it's intelligence. Okay. So I'm going to roll this for you, Cray. I'll be nice. I'll give you a basic. Oh, don't modify. No, 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 don't do that. I'll give you a +10 for taking your time. Oh my god, oh, beautiful. So with exactly 3 degrees of success, 1 + 1 for succeeding, you're able to mark out a fairly decent map. It doesn't have all the data that you have in your head. You've misspaced things, and your writing equipment, whatever it is, isn't quite right. It's too thick and it's not thin enough here, but you get a basic map of the area drawn out. You have the lake, the Screaming Valleys, the mine camp. You add on Prim from your knowledge of being there, but you don't have the Archaeotech mapping of Prim. It's basically this area that you're in. You add on the Rogue Trader monolith and the Orc battle suit as things that you've discovered yourselves. But yeah, you get this whole area with the Ploying Tree and everything like that. And you could add in the Emperor's Sanctum. But this area is in far more detail, even though Cray is using like bits of charcoal and drawing on animal hides or whatever you guys are using, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So at least when we have this here, we can roll it out and okay, explain it to Cooney.
We'll be using human letter.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Abby, we didn't really catch that one.
If this was remote, we would be using human letter.
It's not Rimworld yet. They've got enough hides stored up. Soon the children will have to be used, I'm sure. Cray's like, we must do a world map. Bring the children. Bless you,
Very
supple.
simple letters.
So yeah, Heinrich, you can show Cooney the surrounding areas that she hasn't been to.
I think a wee excursion out to get more points might be fun. Go into the old ruins, take a look around, and maybe see what's changed in the area. Could be interesting.
I agree.
Because doing something about that mining camp, I can't remember if they actually have an Astartes there or not. Probably do, which could be terrifying.
I had multiple Astartes, so we need
Out of character, I remember that we came with a Chaos Space Marine, but we were moved from one location to another, weren't we?
When you were locked up in the prison holding cell that you were in, you heard an Astartes voice.
Right.
Talking about how some of you were more valuable than others, and that he just wanted some of your wills to be broken, not for you to be like destroyed. And then you were taken to the mining site and then back to the prison cells each day. But again, the pirates also have a transport that goes up and down through from orbit, so you don't know if the Astartes is still on world or not.
Okay. I think taking a look at least at the old ruins might be interesting, and then we'll just like spend the rest of the week learning skills or whatever if anyone else leveled up. So maybe a random encounter happens or random fucking thing happens.
Is that an agreed plan of action for the week?
Sounds good. Eh?
I
Okay.
go.
Okay. Not quite what I was expecting, but that's fine. That's what these games are all about. Okay, so that would take.
What did you
to...
expect us to do?
I thought you'd either go on an adventure, or you would. I mean, I did expect you to wait, but I didn't expect you to like be like, "Oh, we'll go over there. Oh, we'll go over here," and then we'll sit and wait for a bit. Or I expected,
I'm
we'll go
thinking
to Sanctum, or we'll go on a big adventure to the Tau ship, or we'll go on a big adventure
But
to.
they moved out of Sanctum, didn't they? The
Yes,
furries.
yes, they've
They have moved out of Sanctum.
they've
It might
packed
be the
up.
next one to go to.
Or as far as you're
So
aware,
maybe
they've all packed up.
yeah. I might take a look at Sanctum next time. Or I still really want to get into Sky Tower. Take a look at the to go see the those ones.
Sure.
The Ministorum. However, they're gonna be even more scared or hostile to the new Xeno we have.
True. You do
I
have the
do
other.
have Envoy, so
You do have the Archaeotech, or rough direction of Archaeotech sites being the red samples.
I think the easiest one to get to would be over here to the right, but that's in the way of those the Nightkin, isn't
Shadowkin.
it? Shadowkin. No, Nightkin's from fucking Fallout. Okay, yeah.
So, if we agreed on our course of action,
Mayhaps.
you set out on the first day. You have breakfast. Obviously, the locals take a lot longer to rise on the night after orgy night, but there are a few of them who abstained. Not many, but a few. The
I will
blacksmith and
take
the
a
trader are obviously hard at work, and the miner. As you gather up your herd beast, you empty out all the, and this is a reminder to check your cart and your traveling stuff. Anything that's not salted is rotten. If you didn't notice it was rotten when you were going up to the Archaeotech facility, where you know it's rotten now. As you head off to the ploying tree. So for Cooney, again, this area walking on the side of a lake. So across you've got this just beautiful clear water, and then rugged terrain on your other side, with mountains in the it's not well, yeah, mountains on the horizon. Fuck it, that'll do. As you come round and follow the river, you get to a valley. As someone who is trained as a military person, this valley looks like a really, really bad place to walk through. This just seems like ambush territory.
This land is out there, extremely hostile, very beautiful. But is this path safe, Mr. Heinrich? It seems
It's
like a great position for us to be ambushed.
It's a route we've taken a few times, however. It can't cut it, as with everything on this planet. It can always compose dangers. As long as we keep an eye out, we're fine. I hope. I did take some of the locals with me, right?
Cool.
Or did I
You
mute
can-
myself and I said that? But
No, you can bring a. It's not too late. You can bring a few locals with you.
excellent, excellent. I get to use my new skill if we do get ambushed. What?
Fair enough.
Neat.
So, you
What?
you go through the valley. The locals don't really seem to notice. I mean, some of them have come out with you before. Some of them are newbies, and the newbies are more, amazed because it's the furthest they've ever gone from their home. But
Fair.
you
Okay.
get halfway through the valley, and did you want to say anything?
Yeah. Can we just as we're walking through the valley and stuff, as Cooney has brought up and everything else, it's like, okay, yeah, just make doubly sure, keep an eye on your surroundings and everything else. You should be keeping an eye out at all times. Mothermouth, write that down, pass it out, or just tell everyone. So I will be doing an awareness test myself, and hopefully other people do as well. Holy shit! I passed the test. What the fuck?
Would you look at that?
Exact same degrees of success, yet your
You
yours
rolled a
is
44
a
and
lot
got 0.8.
higher,
I rolled
yeah.
a 28 and got 0.8.
I mean,
very different targets, but very same outcome.
my awareness, my target is 52.
You don't notice anything, but as you're looking out and keeping an eye out, you get to the end of the valley, and you didn't see anything and nothing attacked you. So it seems as if that feeling of, wow, this is a good ambush spot, just was just a feeling, just something to keep you on your toes. Who knows? Cooney, it's not long before the crew lead you towards the ploin tree. Let's just say you've never had a ploin before. These weird plum-like. I don't even know if you know what a plum is, but you do. So, yeah, these weird fruits seem to be littered around a tree. Some of them have gone too far. Some of them have not. The inhabitants of Izmir that you brought with you seem to very quickly go around and pick up the ripe ones, putting them into the cart, and the overripe ones they still seem to take a few bites of before throwing them away or spitting out the overripe rotting contents, or eating it away. Free meal for them.
Yep. So just point out to Cooney, like, yeah. So just follow their lead, and just find the good ones, and then we'll put them on the cart. Take these back, and we refine the stuff into alcohol and other drinks. Ooh.
Is this fruit sweet and edible then? I mean, I look at it before. Does it require that process to be usable?
Some processing makes it a little bit nicer, but as it is, there's a natural sweetness, and there's I can't remember. The skin's tough. Was it the skin? It's almost like it's like a thick, juicy pear or something, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not. So it's not a pear. It's I think it's more of a
peach.
yeah, I think it's more of a peach. So the skin, it can
Okay.
be quite tough on certain variants. It can be quite thick and a little bit leathery, but then it's incredibly juicy and sweet on the inside. We're gonna say because these ones are wild ones that the skin is a thicker variety.
Yeah. So I'll pick one up and just like cut a small. I'll one of the not exactly overripe, but getting there. It's not one of the. It's just one of the ones he'd pick up, but it's getting there. So I'd kind of slice out a slice or two. I'll try some myself, make sure it's good, and then I'll hand another slice over to Cooney to try. Ooh. Also, I will make Cray eat it because he can't talk. He can't defend himself for the next 20-40 minutes, apparently.
I'll take a piece of fruit. I'll look at it.
I heard that.
Sorry?
It's just a really quiet oi coming from Albie. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll raise my helmet and taste it.
I will give you the human. I'll give you the human explanation. It is a quite delicious, sweet. The flesh is not overly soft, but not overly tough. It's Heinrich's picked up just a perfect ploin. However, that all depends on if the Tau also have the sweet, sour receptors for flavor and stuff. So you play on that as you do.
I'll just chill it. Swallow. Like back at Heinrich. That is an interesting fruit indeed, Heinrich. Thank you.
Next time, I'm going to get you to try the drink. I'll put the remains of it, basically. I'll maybe cut up the rest of it and maybe hand a few of the slices to Cooney. I was going to offer a couple of slices to Cray, but Cray apparently has refused my ploin.
Your plum. It's a plum. It's a plum, not a peach. I sat here for fucking ages thinking, what the fuck is it? It's a plum.
Weren't you guys saying plum this entire time?
No, because it's a ploin, and it tastes like
I think I said peach.
Yeah,
but because you said ploin, then plum, then peach, then pear, but back to plum. Like, was it plum?
It's an imaginary fruit from the 41st millennium. I mean,
Oh my god!
Sorry.
40th millennium.
Type plum into the GIF search.
Oh no! Also,
I was gonna put one in. I don't need a.
Oh.
The first fucking result.
Fuck it. If you're not posting it, I am.
Wow. Okay. Things I didn't need to. Well, no, I kind of did need to see that today.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, you
Cooney, please do not do that to the ploins.
I
there are inbreds nearby, and they're not. They already have indecent thoughts.
I didn't. No, will lie. You give me a slice of plum, so I ate it like you would. Normally, not like that.
Good save.
So you're able to So you. Oh, Soon Raccoon, where have you been on the tracker table? Jesus, it was in like 2 weeks ago. So you're able to gather up a decent number of ploins that are on the floor.
I can't keep looking at it.
A couple of the inbreds even get ballsy enough to climb up the tree and to try and pluck some extras from the
Oh,
higher up in the tree.
yeah.
We call those branches.
So I remember
Yeah.
I gave you a thing that said how many ploins you could create into a whatever it was.
Oh, hang on. I think I have that in my.
I think that
In
may
my,
be party supplies.
When I see the inbreds climbing up the tree, even though they don't understand me, I will say, be careful.
Okay, Can
where's
from
my
each
point?
character I will roll for Cray. Roll me a 1d, biggest we can do. A 1d20 is my one for Cray.
Ooh.
Ooh, I got a 20. Ooh, you get 50. Well, hang on, I'll do it for Muttermouth and
54.
Thomas.
Holy shit.
So you get 67. Oh, sorry. Yeah, mine were on GM mode. So I rolled a natural 20 and then a 23 and a 20. A 23 for Muttermouth and Thomas combined. So
I'll put that in the cart. Or do we have part? Oh, hang on. There's party supplies as well, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's party supplies,
is where we actually
and
been putting
I
stuff.
don't know which one you use on the regular. I do know the ploins in the party supplies would have been
They're all handed over. I'm putting 53 or 54? 53? No, more than that.
No, it was 53, then plus 20, 23. No, it was 54. It was 54 plus 23. So you got 77. Lovely.
God fucking damn it, okay.
A lot of fruit.
as Heinrich is putting the card them over, like appreciating the haul, he kind of thinks to himself for a second. He's like, for some reason I want to say Emperor, damn it, but I don't know why.
And you're able to gather up the inbred. Some of them do seem to be a little drunk. Explains why they were going after the extra ripe ones.
Do we still have a little bit of time left before have to get back?
You do need to get back fairly soon to do it in one day.
Right. Okay.
If it was something quick, you could do it. If not, then
See,
we'd be getting back at night.
I think it's quick. If I look around, was there anyone here that's been out to the ploin tree with us last time?
Yeah, there's a couple who came out last time, and there's a couple of new ones.
Any of the ones that got stung by the bees?
No.
Damn it. No, I will wait until next time then, because I do know there is a beehive or something nearby that produces honey.
Yes.
That is also a hallucinogen. So, again, Heinrich is kind of going over the Talia and everything else, and he's keeping stock of stuff. It's like, usually, what do you call it, would do this, but oh well. And it's like, don't know why, but Emperor, damn it, but oh well. Crap! Where the hell is that? Looking around. No, they're not here. Maybe Muttermouth, but now maybe it might take too much time, so. No, he'll start organizing everyone to go back and doing the little hand signals and stuff like that, like round up, like spinning around out of his head, maybe picking up one of the drunks, make sure they're all right.
Sure, you can do that. The more drunkard ones look a little bit worse for wear, as they have quite full stomachs and quite drunk. But you're able to turn the convoy around and head back to Izmir. Fortunately, for your first day out, nothing really bad happens. You're able to get back to town. where the locals welcome you warmly as they see you have more of the plum juice. So ploin.
You keep going back and forth between plum and ploin.
Yeah, by the time you get back, you've got half an hour before the sun sets. There doesn't seem to be anything special happening this evening. In fact, even the orgy is kind of, it peters out, before it really starts. We're probably a bit too sore from the last one. But was there anything you guys wanted to do this evening, or do we go over to the next day?
I think it's okay for us to move a little bit faster because.
Yeah.
Or is there anything we want to do?
No, I think I'm alright. Move on. Just get the stuff put away and everything else, get it organized out, and then we'll skip on to the next day.
Yep, by all means, and you can inform the merchant and the smith, that you want this stuff turned into alcohol, and they can basically take care of that process for you at this point. So yeah, we roll over to the next day. In the next day, you guys gather up what things you need for your mini expedition out to the old ruins. You can take some townspeople with you as well, if you so wish. As you head off.
Yes.
Again, pretty much very similar to yesterday, only you're going in a different direction. But this whole area seems to be very similar, biomass, biosphere, whatever you want to call it, biosphere. You do see more of these birds across the lake, Cooney, and I don't know if you've seen this yet. I believe
we have not experienced the razor wing since we've got Cooney. No.
I have seen the birds before, but I have not experienced what they're capable of doing.
So as you basically move a square up from the town, the herd beast takes a moment to eat some fresher looking vegetation. As it does, it's there's nothing around you. You can have your head on a swivel, and you can see the birds across the lake, and it does look very, very in its own way beautiful. As you see a small thing pop out of the lake. And as you see one, you see more and more and more. They're about 6 foot offshore, about roughly 2 meters, give or take, offshore, in deep-ish water. As they all come out and their heads kind of swivel, they all begin to scream.
Oh,
close to us?
So you guys are maybe 12 foot away from the shoreline. On the cart, the herd beast, or near the cart, the herd beast is munching some grass as it stopped for a moment. And yeah, just offshore.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Okay.
Heinrich?
But
what do you...
shit.
Smaller.
Heinrich, is it a good idea for us to slowly move away from those creatures?
Let's try and get the herd base moving again, quick, fairly sharpish, but just keep moving reasonably slowly. Hopefully they don't get aggravated.
Cray looks over at the things. For a moment, he seems to look up at the sky, nod off, or replying, "Ah, the screaming trout. Species 1827 of this world's bioform."
Oh yeah, so the trout screaming, not the birds. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, no, it's just. Are these the ones we fished for last time?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll just kind of like, yeah, no, that never mind. My memory failed me there. No, these are reasonably safe so long as we stay a little bit further away in case it attracts the razor wing.
Are you sure those Creatures are screaming.
A great many things in this world scream. You've heard what they do in the village at night.
That is a good point, I guess.
As the herd beast finishes eating whatever it was eating, it picks up the pace again and starts moving. As it does, Cooney, you watch the screaming trout as they stop screaming, go back under water, and then a few moments later, they project themselves up and out of the water and then back into the water.
They're probably jealous they're not being hunted tonight. Or today.
But it's not too much longer until you reach the old ruins. So as you come to the old ruins, the townspeople look very like sketched out because they're going into old ruins and they seem to be muttering things between them. But genuinely, they just stay closer to the wagon. You know, they still move with you, but they don't seem to be as happy.
I currently have a little technical difficulty. Back in a second.
Oh dear. Okay, so Cooney, as you approach this area, it appears to be an ancient civilization of some sort or another. There are numerous buildings that have been set up and over time collapsed and been destroyed. Yeah, there's no real standing buildings. Every building has a ceiling missing or a wall missing somewhere or the other. Cray points out that this is where they escaped, and goes over to the ruin room, where there's a staircase that leads up. Cray can tell you it doesn't look as if anything has happened here. There's nothing that seems to have changed. But Cray, I guess, would point out that there is stone here that could be gathered up for reuse. So yeah, unfortunately, there's not much going on at the old ruins.
Okay.
Can I just do a reverse just to get out of the place, basically? Maybe spot something that the group didn't see the first time they were here?
You can certainly try.
That is a big no. There is literally just rocks and dust. Sounds good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem as if there's anything here, or anything that was here was pillaged when the group first arrived. So your little convoy turns around and heads back to the village. Upon reaching the village, can I get 1d100 from both Heinrich and Cooney? And I will do Cray's for him.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So, you said you were going to pass up some time, so some time will be passed. The rest of the week will be spent doing projects. So, what types of skills stroke projects would you like to be doing?
Goonie, do you want to go first, or?
Go ahead.
Okay. Just a little mixture of, again, teaching the fucking people how to, not contaminate their only fucking proper water supply. And I'm doing a little bit of combat training for myself, just to get to explain why my character now has +2 damage on melee. Basically.
Fair enough. Cooney, would you like to do anything?
I'm trying to think. There's not much I can do currently. I guess I would try to make small jobs, like making a ball out of yarn or something for the kids and stuff like that in the town. Because currently, all the projects that I can think, I don't think we're capable of doing them as of this moment.
Fair enough. And Cray, we will come back to when Cray is here. So as the week goes by, with no real orders from the council, things kind of just go along as they've been going, which is not very productively. I can tell you that much. The miner is not technically mining at the moment, as he's helping the smith basically make booze. I mean, pretty much. The trader kind of assists with certain things and this, that, and the other. Selling it mainly. But the distribution.
If that's the case, then
the
if the miners helping with the production of alcohol, and I'll help with taking the guys out the mine, or I'll do the other way around then. Just keep it like that, because both of those kind of help explain why I'm getting the skills anyway. So
no, by all means, you can carry on doing what you're doing, teaching the people to fight. That's perfectly fine, perfectly valid thing to do. The rest of the community is kind of lazy. Whilst they do some work, it's not a great deal. Like when they carry buckets of water out to the fields, it's like a half bucket that they're carrying. When they're bringing in firewood for the stills, or basically compressed poo, because there's not that much wood around here. They're doing it half-assed, basically. A couple of days goes by, and you do notice that the hunters do go out. They still carry on the same practice as they did before, using one of themselves as bait, with the ceremonial knife and all of this. I love describing that.
That's something Cooney needs to see, but let's save that for another time.
However, on one day, the hunters come back well before, they've only been out maybe 2 hours, 3 hours tops, when they come running back, out of breath, sweating, struggling to breathe because of the birth defects and the cleft jaws and fucked up windpipes and so on. They finally are able to talk to Anus, and obviously Anus has gone over there, the leader of his people, the what was his role again? The
Foreman?
supervisor.
New
I
foreman?
think that's foreman. Yeah. That's the one. The foreman of the workers. He gets a rough story from them, and really having much knowledge of the way of command. He then tells a few others of the inbreds what's happened, before eventually getting to you, Heinrich. And then he speaks to you before realizing that you don't understand him. So then he calls Muttermouth over. This whole palaver takes a good 10 minutes.
We need to teach him Gothic.
Before Muttermouth is able to translate to you that the hunters have seen the Shadowkin. A large group is on its way downriver.
Downriver?
Yeah, so they're coming from the north. You're in the south.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Sorry, down lake, because you're not on a river. There you go.
Yeah,
it was
down
my
lake.
bad.
Okay.
It was my bad. Down
I was going to say
lake.
down river. That means they're further away from us. So that's fair.
Yeah,
but no.
down
Okay,
river.
that's worse.
There you go.
Okay. Right. Okay. Shit. Coming this way, coming towards us. You
Yes.
think?
Yeah, he nods.
Right. Okay. Why the hell did I open Minecraft? What the fuck? I hit the wrong fucking button. No, Monolith, don't translate that.
Awkwardly translating, like, oh, okay. Okay.
What is this craft you speak of?
What is this crafting mine? What? Okay. Oh, okay. So they would be coming this way. They haven't been here in a while, so yeah, they'll be coming this way, wouldn't they?
Anus
So
talks to Muttermouth, and Muttermouth tells you that it's they have been here, but Muttermouth says that they wouldn't expect them to come back for another half year. So this is unusual.
okay.
Who are these Shadowkin you people seem worried about?
Other degenerates, mad guardsmen from a predecessor who landed on this planet. The other rogue trader doesn't like us really. How many number? Use fingers. I realize that I probably looking at their hand. They probably might have an extra finger or two on a hand. So
Yeah, he has to get a couple of the other villagers to come over.
Okay.
So he says that there are 22.
Okay.
He brings over 4 villagers
Seems like
for
a
this
lot.
task.
And how many do we have of villagers fighting capable?
Technically, you have. Did I write this down somewhere, or did I just? I think it's like 50 adults. That's is men and women, but they are capable. And then you've got like 30 old people, and then you've got 20 children.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. How long until they get here? How long you think?
2 hours,
2 hours.
maybe
Fuck.
3.
Okay. Right. What happens usually when they come? They come to talk and take what?
Essentially, they come to take tribute. So normally, a tribute of stuff is left outside of Izmir, and they get their captives to collect up the tribute and then go on their way. Some they do
Right.
a basically it's a las gun salute. They fire off into the sky over the village. They give
Do
them a
we
laser
run?
show.
Okay. Right. Okay then. Let me see. Thomas, you still have those grenades, don't you?
He looks shiftily, but he nods.
Okay. Right, we may need them. Depending on how this goes. What else have we got? What have I got on me? Right. Glow sticks. Okay. Cutlass.
You want to fight these people?
Quite possibly.
Are they actively hostile towards us? Or is there perhaps a way for us to deal with them through diplomatic means?
I'm worried there may not be. This is why I want for countermeasures.
Are more than likely very opposed to it. As long as they don't recognize me in the Heinrich, probably could get away with it.
I think you're definitely gonna be one of the ones that has to hide and cover because you are literally wearing Mechanicus robes. Party supplies. Oh shit. Cray. The Voxcaster. If they're still using their comms, possibly it's a long shot. But would it be possible for you to, if they're 3 hours away? It's definitely going to be in range of our Vox unit. So, would it be possible for you to, like, on a fucking off chance, pick up their signal if they have it? If it would be a bit, it's a fucking long shot, but still.
I mean, if they do communicate, I could probably listen in on it. Question is if I will be able to do that.
Yeah.
So,
I completely can't hear you anymore.
This is encrypted programs. They just plain text. Fox browsers encrypted the bottom of the plain text.
Yeah, just maybe put it in text chat. That's all I heard there. Because I cannot hear it.
Yeah, I can't really understand you either, Albie.
Are Vox plain text or encrypted? That's a good question. You see, it's probably some form of encryption or some shit on them. But it'd be up to this. It'd be like I said, it's a long shot, even if they are just in regular. So, okay. Right. What have you? Shit, your drones.
They are not here.
No, they are not.
So I basically I've corrected the map movement slightly, which I told you earlier. Cooney,
Yeah.
if you were to go off on your own, you are a professional soldier, so your movement speed is up. So you, like, genuinely speaking, you should be able to run long distance at speed, or at least, you know, a couple of hours. So technically you do have the time, kind of, if you wanted to run up to the Archaeotech facility and back. It'd be close, but you do technically have time if you ran.
See, are they equipped for combat, or are they scouting drones? They were combat drones, weren't they?
They are equipped for combat. I don't have a sheet for them. There's never gave me the sheet for them. I don't know what guns they would have, but I think I do believe they do have guns. Yes.
Yes, they do have armaments, and no, neither of you have sheets for your drones or servo skulls.
Okay. Right. Gather up. You. I'm basically pointing at Cooney and Craig. Both of you will need to hide regardless. No matter what happens, I can cover my fucking shitty rags and shit up anyway because I just look like a guy with a coat. I stand out amongst all these people, but again, still.
First thing I will do is turn off the water supply.
Yes, good point. Can't let
How
the thing go.
how much battery did the drones have? This
By the time you turned them off, they were giving you warnings, which is 25%.
That's still fine, honestly.
yeah.
So it's a backup. It's something possibly. It's a possible backup. It's up to yourself. They're your drones, are not mine.
Technically, if Heinrich goes with you with the herd beast, you could also technically make it there and back. I was thinking that you could technically do it on the herd beast because it's 1 square up. So
Yeah, it's not that far. As long as you're running. Okay. Right. Basically, I'll be looking at Enos and informing him that he needs to be ready to talk with them. We need to see what they want. Muttermouth and Thomas need to be close by but hidden. Cooney needs to be hidden. Cray needs to be hidden. But we will deal with this one way or another.
So are you preparing for negotiations or are you preparing to fight?
I'm down to negotiate. But having that backup would be fucking great.
What does the saying go like? Always be willing to negotiate, but always bring a gun.
So, see, they're not going to be expecting this shit.
It's just you could meet them in the field. You don't have to, if you wanted to fight them, you don't have to wait for them to come to you. But if you're just going to, if you're just going to, what the hell was that? What the? Okay. If you want to wait for them to come to you, then by all means, you.
I don't think we let them in. I think what happens is we'll meet them at a little bit further from the gate, just far enough, to so they're not actually in the gate or anything else. But we'll actually have the people who can be equipped with some weapons and have some at least inkling of being able to do so, or being able to fight. Maybe just waiting in the wings, or waiting behind the walls and shit.
Righto. Okay.
Again, don't exactly have the best of the fortifications and shit outside, do we?
I mean, we could make basic pits, put spears in them and hide the pits.
You wouldn't have enough time to. You could maybe 3 hours, so you'd have enough time to get your drones and get back here if you wanted to get them back here. If you wanted to attempt the radio thing, you have time to do that. Doing basic defenses like sticking some barrels or some crates out in front of the town, you could do. Like detaching your wagon, from your herd beast and leaving your wagon outside to or even really quickly loading up some rocks and sticking them in the wagon and dumping them outside. If you didn't get the drones, you'd have time to do, real basic defenses like that. You'd have time.
I think that's what I want to get the citizens doing quite quickly, leading them into putting up some really basic defenses, just outside the gates, basically.
Okay. So technically, it's not going to be on this map. It'll be on a different map because you're going to be outside of town. But it is just outside of town. So Cooney, can I get if you're going for the drones, and you're not going with Heinrich,
I believe I'm next in behind.
Then can I get a athletics check from you with a plus
Boy.
20?
Where is athletics? Is there athletics in this one?
There should be athletics.
Yes.
Should be a basic skill.
I don't see it.
Should be next
It's
to acrobatics.
Acrobatics, but it doesn't. Hang on. Yeah, I don't see
Did they get
athletics.
rid of? Did they get rid
I
of
don't think it was in the game yet.
athletics for?
It's probably just a strength test. Or constitution test. Or
Ah.
constitution.
I
Strength.
prefer a constitution test. And in
Both
this
of them
case,
kind of make
toughness
sense
test.
in a way.
Can I do a toughness test instead of
I want a
athletics? Because
swim
there are no
test,
athletics.
motherfucker. Swim test.
I mean, I can.
Yeah, I've really.
Yeah, there's no athletics. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've got swim but not athletics. Is that kind of like fucked up?
I can go all putty prisoner and just swim through rocks if you allow me.
and you've got a climb check as well, which is also you know. Right. Well then, can I get a strength or toughness roll
Cool. Flat
with
or
a
with the
plus
bonus?
20?
I needed that plus 20 because my rolls today, man.
God damn.
Okay, so you don't make it any slower than your estimated 2 hours. You don't make it any quicker. You also do not gain a fatigue, as it's been a while since you've had to run long distance at full speed, but you do manage it. So I'm going to need a moment to... What was I looking for? Oh yeah, someone wanted to put rocks down, didn't they? Heinrich, can I get a command roll from you? You do get a plus 10 for your position in the community.
Sorry, one moment there. Sorry, command
Yeah,
plus 10.
that is correct.
Probably gonna fucking need it. Yep, did. Oh, hang on. I actually have. Fuck, I have a thing, don't I? Shit. I had something that gave me a plus 10 to it, but I can't remember what the hell it was.
Greater.
No, I don't think so. Oh, Iron Discipline. Give me a plus 10 to my command tests.
Sure.
For so that's at least an additional 10 on top of that. So it's 1 degree of success, 1 for succeeding.
Well, the people of Izmir probably didn't do that good then. They did okay. You know, they did something. Yeah. Something is considerably better than, you know, nothing. So you utilizing the herd beast and your stalwart commands, they do load up a decent number of rocks and so on, and just start dumping it in just outside of town, trying to build it up into some sort of defense. Why not? Let's chuck a couple of... Makes it look more homely with a few plants. Oh, look, aren't they glorious little shrubs? It's what the herd beasts eat. There should be some. No, that's enough. That's too much greenery. Greenpeace will be all over me asking me to do work. So that'll kind of do for a map, I suppose. The defenses are not mighty, but you know it's better than nothing.
Something.
Better than nothing, you know. Kind of better than. You know. But as you gaze upon their work, you do think to yourself, maybe we should spend some time and get them to actually, you know, prepare this place for, you know, visitors.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm realizing now the fences should be another thing to look at, not just alcohol and drugs.
Well, at least you know the important things. So you want to take some villagers outside. How
Just
many villagers do you want?
probably the ones I've seen fight already, as well as Enos. It's like that hunting party we went out with. Those ones that we have seen fight before and have fought alongside already. And then Enos as supervisor. Mothermouth. I'm kind of hoping Thomas can sit back somewhere and actually use those little handheld grenade things eventually. Mothermouth has, unfortunately, got to be my translator.
No, these ones need to warp.
Need what?
They need to be warped to another location.
Oh, okay. Take me with you.
Well, I suppose that they're not really smart enough to know true cover. I guess, you know, they're and out away from concealment. They are brave, stupid people. They were a brave, stupid race. Mother Nature did not bless them. So it was Anus, it was some fighters, and then I believe the player characters. So the drones and Muttermouth and the others are going to be hidden. I believe that was the plan.
Well,
okay.
there's a slight issue there. I need Mothermouth to translate.
Fair enough. Muttermouth will stand proudly wherever the hell you're standing.
At least he's, so long as he's close by but behind me, I guess. Thomas is the one with the primary explosives. I know Mothermouth has the explosive arrows, but at least he'll be able to get to cover when needed.
So we shall. You should be on the player map, so you can place your tokens wherever you would like to place your tokens. Cray back here. Back here, behind a biggish rock. Disgusting. There is no Cooney. Cooney is doing something other than interacting with the world that I have built for it. He's an ungrateful
running
creature.
to get those fucking drones.
No, Cooney ran off to get the drones and made it back in time.
Oh, okay.
It's still an ungrateful creature, you know. Ah, there it is, with its weird-looking face. So where do you want the drones?
Hidden, preferably.
Hidden? Probably. How far from the town are we in meters?
You are essentially just outside of You're probably about 50 meters away from the towers at the front.
50 meters? How fast do the drones move?
The drone's movement speed is their flight rating, which is, or hover rating, which is 6.
Okay,
They have
so
a
that's
standard of 6. Or sorry, half move.
oh
of
boy,
6.
that's pretty good. So basically twice as fast as a regular person with 3 agility bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they can run 36. So because I did actually forget about it until I looked at the plums again. So Cray, as Cooney runs off, you'll do a tech use test on the Voxcaster. I had to remember it then. I guess I could actually just give this to you, to be honest, but we will roll just in case, you know. With 6 degrees of success. So
Fuck it.
so it takes you a little while, Cray, you know, whilst Cooney's off running about for whatever it is she wants. You're sat there, you know, playing around. You can hear Heinrich ordering the inbreds to, you know, move faster, pick up rocks that are heavier, not the small ones, you know, fuck off kids. All this stuff. You go through the open brand frequencies first, ones that don't have any these would be civilian channels. You're going through on the Voxcaster, and you have to go through a number of the civilian cast channels with nothing happening. But as you get to the lower end of the civilian cast, you do come onto a signal. It sounds as if it's a Voxcaster, a microbead tapping in and out, as if someone's turning it on and off, on and off, on and off, click, 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 click. You listen to it for a while, and it's not Morse code. Do you want to attempt something? So Heinrich, Cray tells you that there is a clicking, there is a signal. He doesn't know what to do.
There is a signal. Okay. It's just clicking.
Yes.
Do I recognize it as any form of binary
No,
or
you do
another
not.
code?
No, it is not.
I mean,
I don't know if there is such a thing as what you call it, a rogue trader camp, maybe.
It
there is
not.
rogue trader camp.
There is, but it is not. It is just click, 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 click.
Is there any like pattern to it? Is it just like a steady pattern, or is it just random, or is it like click, 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 click?
There's
click?
a couple of milliseconds off the clicks. It's not like a perfect. It's not a machine doing it at precise intervals. It's not. It definitely sounds as if, or yeah, it would sound as if it's someone clicking. It's not perfect, but it's definitely not a Morse code where it's defined dot dash dash dot dash dash dot dash dash. You know.
So this is either sorry, what it could be, at least to me, is some kind of indicator that they're still active or still on the move. You know, that kind of be able to tell that someone else that, yeah, they're still active, they're just not talking. Or someone has a fucking receiver that they're just pressing the button over and over again. It could just be one of the fucking locals, for all we know.
He makes a clicky sound, Mama.
Do you want to try speaking through it?
What was that?
It makes a clicky sound, Mama. Click, 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 click.
Yep. Some kid has a fucking Vox receiver. Good to know. We'll find that in a bit. Maybe. If there's nothing else on it, I guess that's it.
That wasn't what came through the.
No, that was not what came through.
No,
Okay.
no. It was just some child where you said some child's probably got one to click in it somewhere. I'm thinking of some inbred just clicking it. Makes a clicky sound, Mama. Click, 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 click.
What if you just did a click click back? Just do one yourself. Click click.
There's no change.
Okay. I think that's something to monitor for after the situation.
But your
Honestly.
your receiver is off, so you're not transmitting any
Yeah.
sound.
No, we're receiving, we're not transmitting. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Receiving, not sending. Okay. Right, yeah, I think that's going to be one of the things we'll have to wait until afterwards to find, or to like, kind of stabilize a lot more. I can't keep looking at that GIF. I can't keep looking at the fucking GIF.
The plums, I know, it's kind of the...
It gets kind of distracting.
Here, let me help you.
Don't post it again, you shit.
It'll be a peach, mate. So, sure, you can investigate that later on. As you line up, you can hear the in the distance sound of marching and of a essentially a ho 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 ho. It's not a it would be a marching chant or a marching song, but they can't really talk, so it's just they do the sounds that they remember. Is this how you all want to be presented? Do you want to shout for any more men from Izmir?
I'll ask for them to be ready, or at least ask if they be ready, or at least a few more come behind the rocks, like maybe 2 or 3 more behind each rock.
You say to Anus that more are needed behind the rocks. Muttermouth translates, and Anus makes gesturing motions.
Gesturing sounds.
Yeah, gesturing sounds and motioning noises.
He makes a boom with his hand.
Few more Izmirians run out from the town.
He makes a hand motion and whistles.
Clutching spears. Some of them are ballsy enough to run forwards.
And don't touch spears before combat. No.
They
Don't
hold the
cross the
shafts
spear.
proudly.
It's
One
not
of them
the
even
time.
leans over and grabs his friend's shaft so that he can observe the point.
Don't do that. There's a time and place.
He takes his spear shaft back from his friend and thanks him by looking at his head of his shaft.
Gives it a quick polish.
The other Izmirian is flattered but puts his penis away.
Oh,
God fucking damn it.
I was waiting to see how far it would go.
Okay.
So, this is the position you want to be in. All is set and ready.
Yeah.
I believe. Are we technically hidden, or do we have to roll?
So you will need to roll concealment, but you are getting a plus 30 from the rocks, so long as you are staying behind the rocks.
No, I'm staying alongside Enos. Wait, Enos is on this side, doesn't he?
Yes, Anus can stand beside you.
Holy shit!
This tells me something. I should be a sniper.
Invisible.
As the map is revealed, because Cray will be rolling soon.
If it is greenery, technically speaking, my camouflage is the right color.
Good point. You're actually wearing camo.
Anus pushes the other Ismirian out of the way so he can stand next to the big boss. So yes, the Ismirian's counting ability seems to be in question, but then, if you didn't question their counting ability, you
1, 2,
should have
3,
known
4.
better.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. God damn it, brain. 15, 16. Okay. 4 less. Not 4 less. 6 less than what they said, but that's still a reasonable amount.
It's technically better. If you think about it.
Yeah.
So they see the Ismirians and their pathetic barricades. They stop as the group from behind moves forwards.
Okay. This is where I grab Anus and Mothermouth and step forward with them.
Also, not the moment for that.
There's never a bad time to grab Anus.
Listen, Anus is very grabbable. Is a very grabbable fellow.
He's the means of defecation.
Stop climbing on the rocks.
Raising.
Oh,
I didn't
also,
climb on the rocks. I didn't move my character.
Heinrich.
Did you move my character?
Heinrich. Sorry, what?
Did you move my character?
I move your character. No.
That's a yes.
I am currently. There we go. There we go.
Ah, yes. Peeper will stay on my shoulder.
So yes, you move forwards as the group. Anus proudly goes slightly ahead of you, whereas Muttermouth stays behind. The Shadowkin themselves, again, they're very zombie-like. Just they have a little bit more intelligence than your average zombie, and they mainly work off of instinct. So they are checking the surroundings. They are looking around. Their guns are drawn and pointed, but they're not actually pointing at you, just your general direction. The officer, who has more to do with it, he motions to his men to move around as he steps forwards. He begins shouting some utter gibberish and madness.
Is it any way understandable? Or does
No.
Mothermouth need to translate, or does...
Anus steps forwards and begins speaking in slurry tongue, gutter tongue, one of the make-believe languages that I made up for this world. Again, it sounds very much like gibberish. It sounds very much like gibberish, but you do pick up on words and things that you've heard from around the town. There's definitely a language of sorts there. Whereas the Shadowkin seems to be just shouting out utter gibberish. He steps forwards another 3 meters. His men come around. The men at the back don't move. At least there. But they do. Like, a lot of them are taking their attention on the officer now that he's shouting. As he looks at Anus for response, Anus looks at you, Muttermouth. Anus shrugs, and Muttermouth shrugs at you, Heinrich.
They don't know what they're saying.
Not not normal speech for Shadowkin.
Not normal speech for Shadowkin.
Anus will see that there's not really any action going on there, so he turns around and begins speaking to, saying other words to him, coming closer, but he doesn't have any weapons drawn as he's, oohing and ahhing. The Shadow King officer looks at him, steps
Hold on, did
forwards.
you just say ooh?
Ooh and arguing. As he takes a moment, and it almost looks like he's trying to focus on Anus. And there's a long pause where Anus kind of looks round at you and, shrugs.
It's strange. They don't. Right. Is there any semblance of what they've said before? Anything at all? They're completely changed. Is there anything at all I can pick up in what they've said, or is there any are they? It's complete butchery of any language whatsoever. There's no trace of.
Anus doesn't understand anything that they're saying. Anus points over to one of his men, and his inbred comrade comes over. Anus presents a small bag to the inbred, and the inbred trots off and presents it to the Shadowkin officer. He grovels. As the inbred comes over, the Shadowkin officer does take focus on him, and you see his hands twitch. Then at the twitch, the inbred, takes the knee. It's starts crawling a little bit towards the Shadowkin, and places the bag on the floor. He then turns around and gets up. Shadowkin looks at the bag, looks at the inbred, and yeah.
Okay. I would have asked Motorbike to ask Anus what was in the bag.
So as the inbred turns around and goes to walk back to Anus, there's that silence. You ask, what was in there? And there is a bang or a boom, because it's a hand cannon. The inbred is shot. Everyone can roll initiative, and next time we will have combat.
Okay then. I am very confused.
I was going to ask if I could have taken aim at the officer during the time that I was hidden, but
you were in concealment. You were hid on.
no. I was looking.
Right. Okay. I'm also confused.
Good. You should be.
I don't think the roll initiative from the combat thingy is.
Did you select your token?
I did. Do we gain? I might be confusing, but should we gain any bonus for initiative, or is it just D10?
D10 plus your
agility bonus.
Oh,
right?
but no, whatever you put in that little box is your modifier. Is your agility bonus.
Yeah, so that should be a 13, not a 9. I
Yeah.
forgot the agility bonus.
Oh, I'm looking for the humans sheet. That's why I'm fucking up. So an
Can we get out of this
Ismirian
part? What part?
has exactly.
I'll roll again just a test.
Oh no, they're sturdy little inbreds. Their inbrededness has
It is
allowed
working.
them to have some genetic bonuses, I guess. So the inbred does not die in the first hit. He does, however, take 5 damage.
Okay.
So we will have all the no, we'll have the Ismirians roll on their own character. We'll give Anus. He's a named individual after all. He is a named individual. Did I not? God damn it! Under humans, Anus. There it is.
So, no, that's okay. So that's good. That's good for next time.
So Anus is here, and he is going to roll that. Oh, marvelous, marvelous, Anus.
Perfect.
Nice and slow. He's going to be a nice target for the Ismirian citizens. Doing a bit better actually. And then we've got our friends in the. Why did I not make? No, I don't want to make more character sheets. That's actually a good point. So why don't I make multiple character sheets and then I don't have to roll? Look for the same one. No, don't do that. So that's a +5. So we roll initiative for Keeper. That's a weird thing to roll for people. Never mind.
He's a fast little fucker.
And then we have 2 drones and 2 edits. And that will be our line. Oh, we also have a cray we need to roll for. So Muttermouth. Muttermouth would not have had his bow loaded, but he would have had it out ready to use. Just yeah, he hasn't actually got it primed. Thomas, on the other hand, had his slingshot locked and they rolled the same, locked and loaded, and primed. And for Kuni, your 2 drones will act on the same turn, and their initiative is in La, and that is rolled like Na, and we are on Whoop-Ya. There we go. So,
The hell was in the
hang on.
bag?
Hang on, did I?
Feces.
Oh, I didn't actually roll. I didn't actually roll for the Shadowkin.
I didn't roll for
Wow.
Cray either.
Oh yeah, I said I was going to roll for him, didn't I? No, I didn't. Naughty of me. Naughty of me. Skirmisher or Shadowkin. And they should be rolled like yeah. And then did I close Cray sheet? Shite.
Shite.
I closed the shite.
Too close, Crazy Shade?
Bloody shade, shite. Close the shite.
Shite?
Shite.
Shite.
Oh shite. Life's shite. You're shite. I'm shite. There we go. So, descending. Hey, Craig, next time you're here, you get to go first.
Oh boy.
Then it is Cooney. Oh, Craig actually did roll the highest. Like, it wasn't
Technically,
like
he rolled the same as me.
you got an 8 and no, you got a 13.
No. I got a 13 because I forgot to add my +4. I rolled a 9 first.
Oh,
Yeah, it was the same as myself. I didn't actually get added to the initiative tracker, so I had to re-roll mine and then just replace it with the first result.
I don't know if my agility is higher or lower than his, but I am okay with him being first.
His agility is exactly the same. It
He
is
has
exactly the
43
same.
agility.
Yes. So,
Fun fact: the Ismerians, so long as they see me as their leader and they my minions, they're immune to pinning and fear at the moment because I am leading them.
Neato.
that's
Yeah.
not bad. That is not bad. You know, and I tried to make the map as large as I could, give more of a chance. Yeah. So in this episode, we did a bit of exploring. We did some gathering, and then we'll ended with some combat. So in the next episode, we will continue this skirmish with the Shadowkin. Hopefully, our party will prevail. The losses will not be too high for the Ismerians, and they may even get an upgrade to their character sheets. Who knows? All things are possible, though. So yes, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. The sex bot did not appear this time, which is nice.
Yay!
And we will look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care, everyone.
Not
And
the
as
sex bot,
always, bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.